I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
So They Live is a movie from the king of the cult classic, John Carpenter, the man behind movies like Halloween, Escape from New York, and a movie I've already covered on this show, Big Trouble in Little China. And he is like a machine, just cranking out these low-budget, campy romps that I just cannot get enough of. And They Live is no exception. It's a low-budget, campy satire that manages to still be timely even though it's over 30 years old. And I watched it for the first time a few months ago, and it was like doing the Ice Bucket Challenge all over again. Remember that?
Now, I would like to nominate for the Ice Bucket Challenge, Vladimir Putin. Thank you very much.
But seriously, this movie was shockingly clever to the point where I'm confused why no one thought of this premise before this movie. And that premise is, real-life wrestler Roddy Piper is a drifter that finds sunglasses that show him the world as it really is, controlled by aliens who monitor our every move. As he puts on and takes off the glasses, ads change from normal to words that are meant to control and keep humans under the aliens' thumb. And this control extends to every aspect of life. The magazines say things like obey or no original thought or no imagination. There's radio dishes that say sleep on repeat all day, and all of this is meant to keep humans under the aliens' control, which is an incredibly clever look at the world and at the 1% who we see as the bad prosthetics and makeup that they are.
Oh. You see, I take these glasses off, she looks like a regular person, doesn't she, huh? Put them back on, formaldehyde face. That's what we got.
That's enough out of you.
You see this about 30 minutes into the movie, which is where the movie really takes off and goes from a pretty standard but entertaining movie into an incredibly entertaining movie that I absolutely love. But that's not to say the first 30 minutes are bad. They're actually pretty solid. It has a lot of interesting setup, like showing that people are operating a resistance against the aliens located in a homeless campsite. Again, this 30 minutes isn't bad, but the movie really transforms when our main character finds the glasses. It turns from this standard, albeit strange movie into something truly special. You've got one-liners flying at 100 miles an hour that are all hilarious.
That's like pouring perfume on a pig.
You've got awkward wrestling between Roddy Piper and Keith David. And of course, you have the amazingly over-the-top, campy action sequences. The movie is just a blast. There's no other way to put it. It is incredibly entertaining, and even though it's not perfect, I don't really even feel like it has to be, because it keeps things very simple and very clear. The characters aren't exactly complex or all that complicated at all, and the story isn't anything super unique. I mean, the premise is, but the way that the story unfolds is pretty standard, but I don't even think that that's necessarily a complete negative towards this movie. For the characters, all you have is beefy guys that punch and blows things up, so they don't really need to be much more than that. Plus, the story is so tightly structured that it kind of makes up for the slightly generic way it plays out. When our main character finds the glasses, he obviously joins the other people that are awake and fights the aliens until they end up showing the rest of the world that the aliens really are among us. Complicated, but it does have some fun twists and turns that keep things interesting, and I don't really want to spoil all of them because I do want people to go watch this movie if you haven't. But there's not really all that much I can say about this movie that hasn't already been said, but I will say this. If you're looking for a highly entertaining, campy, and incredibly clever satire, look no further than this romp-a-minute action movie by John Carpenter. It is truly a great cult classic, and I think it deserves to be a cult classic. So check it out if you haven't already. It's really fun.